Have you ever thought about what you would do if you were on a deserted island and you literally had three songs? I mean, just three songs that you could listen to for the rest of your life? Find out on today's episodes of How Did We Get Here? Okay, so today is April 21st. Wow, it's a Friday. Oh my gosh, what a long day. So much is going on. How do we get here? Girl, I don't know. We got here somehow. But what I'm really trying to figure out is how did we get on this deserted island in the first place? So we know that we're here and somehow we got here and we don't know how. But to make this a little bit more interesting, I guess, we still have some necessities like music. Me being a vocal performance major, I'm always listening to music. And so like if I was on a deserted island and I didn't have music, like obviously, okay, yeah, I do need food. I need water. I need those things. A place to sleep, some sort of shelter so that I'm protected from Mother Nature, who can be bipolar, at least here in Louisiana, but we're on an island, so it's definitely different. But I know for one, there's those necessities, but there's also the things that you use in life and you kind of make it a necessity for you. For me, that's music, because like I'm always listening to music. I'm either humming, I'm listening to music, I'm doing something, dancing to music. Music is me. I am music. But if I had three songs that I could listen to for the rest of my life, I would probably have maybe like two slow songs, or not slow songs, a slow song and a hype song. And then the third song, or maybe even the second song, if we're thinking about it like chronological order, would be an in-between. Because, you don't always want to listen to hypes unless you're into that. I mean, go for it, bro. But for me, at least, I know I like to listen to it all. So I'd want a slow song for whenever I'm just feeling like I need to relax or just chill, anything like that. I want a slow song. Or maybe if I'm going to bed. Because I know me personally, when I go to sleep, I need some sort of sound. Because like when it's just quiet, I don't know. I think it's just me. But my thoughts get really loud. Like they scream at me. And I just think to myself, girl, calm down, please. I'm trying to sleep. But they don't calm down, obviously. So that's why I have to listen to music. But obviously I listen to calming music when I'm sleeping. So I definitely want that if I'm like trying to go to sleep. If the waves aren't enough, because like I typically don't listen to waves when I go to sleep. I don't have that as my white noise. I know there's different colors of noise and whatnot, but yeah, I'd have that. And then obviously I'm going to want to get hyped sometimes. I'm going to need that motivation. I'm going to need that energy. I'm going to need that extra push. So I'm going to need like a hype song. And then when I'm just feeling neutral, I guess, or maybe indifferent, ambivalent, whatever, I'd probably just want, a song in between. So here are my three choices for songs that I would listen to for eternity. We have Funny by Tori Kelly, First Always by Jonathan McReynolds, and Superhuman by NCT 127. I love all of these songs. I love all of these artists. They are my favorite artists, like literally top three artists, I'd have to say. They're so cool. And like the funny thing is, speaking of funny, the funny thing is that I listen to their songs on repeat all the time anyway. So like my thing is, if I listen to it a lot and I'm not on a deserted island, what would I do when I am on a deserted island? Like it would be no different. I think the fact that I do listen to these songs a lot already makes it easier, because it would kind of remind me of my daily life, my life when things were normal and I wasn't stranded on this island. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I chose these three songs, because I listen to so much music. Like I could have chose anything. So let's see why. So funny. Tori Kelly. TK, my girl TK. Victoria Kelly. Let me stop. But yes, I love her. She is my favorite artist. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. I think I've been listening to her since I was in 4th grade, maybe. And now I'm a sophomore in my spring semester of sophomore year in college. So I've been listening to her for a long time. Maybe not like her entire singing. Well, obviously her career is longer than I've been alive for. But, well, no, because it could be because she just turned 30 actually in December. I say just like it's not April. I mean, I was 4 months. Anyways, but yeah, I've been listening to her forever, or what it feels like forever. And the funny thing, no, all right, sorry. The funny thing is that "Funny" by Tori Kelly was actually one of the first songs I heard by her. And you know how you may have those like those things in life where it's like, oh, this was my first, and it has like a significant moment for you, like you associate a significance with it. That's what this is for me. And oh, this is my soul song, by the way. It's just so soothing. Like, even though she's talking about it's funny how you think things that you thought you wanted were gonna be what you thought they were, and then they're not. So I think like for instance, one of the lyrics is the same things that love you are the same things that hurt you. I believe. I'm paraphrasing. I should know the song, but I don't. Let's see. Let's pull up the lyrics real quick. Because the same things that choose you are the same things that own you. The same things that built you is the same thing that kills you. The same ones that praise you are the same ones that hate you. Funny how it all goes around. Yeah. Some deep stuff, TK. At what age? Girl. But, yeah. That's basically not just those set of lyrics, but just the whole ordeal of like what you thought was going to work out for you is actually not. It's not everything is not what it seems. Where all my Wizards of Waverly Place fans out, everything is not what it seems, that you can get what you want. And let me stop. Anyways, but yeah, it's very, very, very beautiful. It's very realistic. It's an eye-opener. It's one of those eye-opener songs. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever had one of those moments where it's like you're listening to music and you're not just like having it as background noise, but like you're actually listening to it. Like, you're listening to the words, you're taking in the message, you're making correlations and everything, associating it with your own life, like how it relates to your own life, all of that. These are one of these songs. So this is one of those songs. I know this song was this was the moment that I actually fell in love with her voice and was like, I'm going to stan her. I'm gonna keep listening to her. That was definitely one of those moments, and I think that's when she became my favorite artist. Of course, I was listening to Ariana Grande a lot before, and she's amazing. She was amazing when she was young, like back in her what was it, Victoria's days, her Sam and Cat days. But you know, now she's grown, given that, you know, she's had much more experience and everything. But whole nother story for a whole nother time. But yeah, like I was saying before, I feel like listening to the song and its message, it would really just kind of bring me back to life before this island and everything. It would be a coping mechanism for me. But you know, also I feel like I would kind of think to myself, man, it's funny how I'm on this island by myself, and you know, I would think that that's bad, but actually could be beneficial. Like, I could potentially build something on this island. Like, there's no distractions. It's just me there. Just nothing holding me back. I can do what I want. I can do it when I want and stuff like that. I think the only thing that would hold me back is just being lazy. But no, I feel like this song would be perfect in all sorts of ways. It's slow, it's relaxing. It's TK in the first place. So like obviously I'm gonna enjoy this. I could definitely listen to her forever. But yeah, the message, just everything, like for sure. Okay. So my second song that I would listen to forever is called First Always by Jonathan McReynolds. He is amazing, amazing, amazing. He is a Christian singer, and I'm Christian, so obviously I cannot, like, I just don't think it would make sense for me to have a playlist consisting of 3 songs and not have at least one Christian song on there, or one, like, gospel song or worship song. Just anything that would keep me intact with my faith. Like, it don't make sense. But yeah, so First Always is from Jonathan McReynolds' newest album called My Truth. It came out this year, earlier this year, and I remember when I first found out about it, like that it came out, I was like, ooh, Jonathan McReynolds got another album? Okay. And I was like, because I listened to his music before, and I was like, yeah, I definitely gotta listen to this. And I listened to the whole album through, probably because I was like doing my hair or something, which does take a while. And I could listen to a whole album and do my hair. And I was like, man, this album is so good. And it's not just like one of those albums where it's like, oh, it's so good because it just sounds good. It sounds good, and it also means well. Like, the lyrics, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll try to explain it the best way I can. It's like each song aids in the let's see, how should I say this? It's almost as if each song is a part of the Christian walk, or things that a Christian struggles with, or things that a Christian thinks about, or encounters and things like that. And it's one of those songs you can relate to. It's another one of those songs you can relate to, and it sounds so much better once you have that mindset associated with it. And it's so cool. Like, oh my gosh. But no, for sure, this song would always remind, look, First Always, y'all see me, huh? Y'all see me. Well, you don't see, anyways. But yeah, this song would always remind me to put God first and to depend on him for all things, which is the overall message of the song. Like, I would, yeah, because I know, just me personally, I know I don't put him first always. But that would definitely get me through being on this island by myself, because I know it would, now that I think about it, I feel like being on this deserted island by myself would kind of be similar to how it was back in 2020 when everyone was quarantined and whatnot. I remember, because that's actually when I started on my faith, back in 2020, because I was raised Christian and everything. My family is Christian. And, you know, like, obviously when you're raised in something, you kind of adopt it because it just seems right. It's what you're used to. It's what you're surrounded by. And it seems like the people who are so say smarter than you, or like older than you, or wiser than you and whatnot, you know, they know what's best. I'm just saying, like, that's a general idea. That's the general ideology. And so, you know, you kind of adopt it until you get older enough to see for yourself. Is it the best? Is it good? Is it not? When you can distinguish between right and wrong, good and bad, things like that. But yeah, I was raised Christian, but I still am Christian because I do believe in this faith. And, you know, I did believe, and I still do, but I know that the faith I have now was not the same when I was younger, because I didn't have that understanding like I do now. And so I know my biggest thing was not being able to properly take time to spend in the Word and spend time in prayer and listening to worship and just really getting to know who God is, who Jesus is. I know I really didn't have that time. And so when quarantine came around and we were like, yup, now you got a lot of time, I decided to do that. And it was the best thing I could have ever done. So I think this would always, kind of bring me back to that time where I really fell in love with Jesus. And it would just really remind me to always put him first. And he realized that he's gonna be the only one who's gonna get me through this, like not even just the songs, just him. But yeah, I definitely think that this is a great song for remaining hopeful, calm, sane, continue to be motivated and whatnot. It would kind of serve as my forever psalm or my eternal psalm. So that would be beautiful. But yeah, all right, now for my last song number 3. This is my hype song. So we had Funny by Tori Kelly, which was my slow song for whenever I want to relax, just want to chill, all that good stuff. And then we have my in-between song where it's like I could get hyped to it, but I could also chill to it. So it's like that good in-between, that perfect middle, which was First Always by Jonathan McReynolds. And now we have our hype song that I want to throw. Let me stop. No, song that I just want to dance, So we have Superhuman by NCT 127. No? Okay. But yeah, so as you can tell by my reaction, obviously I love these guys. I say these guys because they are a group. They're a Korean boy band. Well, none of them are boys. Did I just expose myself? I hope not. Anyways, but yes, no, they're all grown men, and whatnot. But yeah, so this is Superhuman by NCT 127. I feel that, okay, so obviously, like I said, they're a Korean group, and it's not in English because it's a Korean song. Although I do have to say, NCT, let me kind of explain a little bit about NCT as a whole. So NCT 127 is actually a subunit of NCT as a whole. The entire group, which is just labeled as NCT, is a 23-member group. Currently a 23-member group. I think I might be wrong because I think there's actually more members now. I think there's like 3 more. But I'm saying like, oh, okay, I might be wrong. I think there's like 3 more members, because their concept is to be limitless, meaning that their group will eventually get to more than 23 members. And that seems a little like, girl, what? Why would you want that? Like, that many men in one group? Well, yeah, that's what a lot of us were thinking. A lot of people were opposed to that because they were like, how are you going to make more than 23 men shine all at once? Like, someone's going to get, someone's not going to get the representation that they need. Someone's not going to get the publicity that they need. And it's just it's not going to work out. And it was actually like that even before they had 23 members, because I remember I started standing them. Also, let me clarify what standing means. I don't know if it is like one of those universal terms that like makes sense. But I know, yeah, because like in any fandom, any community, there are terminology that, or there's terminology that, it would only make sense in that community. So let me explain. To stand someone or something is to support them, and it's basically to be a fan. It's what a fan would do. A fan would stan a person. It just means to support them. it can be a heavy type of support, but it would be advised that you don't let it get that far, because then you can become a saseng, which is Korean for stalker, and you don't want to be that. Sasengs are not cool. 사생을 멋이 없다. 사생을 멋이 없다. Sasengs are not cool. That's what I just said. So, yeah. Anyways, we're kind of going off topic. Let's get back to... But yeah, so NCT, they're really cool. They're my favorite. 127 is my favorite subunit. There's NCT Dream, which was supposed to be the younger members of NCT. And they still are, but like all of them are grown now. Like no one is a minor. Like no one in NCT is a minor, except for the 3 new members. But there's also NCTU, which is the... it stands for United. The U stands for United. And it's whenever just members from NCT as a whole come together and they're put in a unit, which is NCTU, and they make music, obviously. It's really cool. NCTU normally has the best bangers, because, man, don't get me started. But yeah. And then there's Wavy, which is the Chinese unit of NCT. So NCT, there's 23 members as of now. And not all of them are Korean. I know it's a Korean group, but not all of them are Korean. And this is a common thing in K-pop in general. Just because it's a Korean group does not mean that every member has to be Korean. It's more common these days, at least, for a Korean group to have at least one member who isn't Korean. But NCT as a whole has members from China, Thailand, America, Canada, Japan. I think I got every place. But yeah, and so they're just quite diverse in that sense. But yeah, 127 is my favorite group because, or my favorite subunit, because it has my boy Johnny Saw. He's my bias, the person that I don't want to say, like, he's my favorite person of the group. Yeah, he's my favorite person. So, but yeah, that's a little insight of NCT as a whole. I just felt like that needed to be said, given that they're not, the average American group. But let's talk about why I chose Superhuman, because of all the members they have and the hundreds and hundreds of songs that they've made and everything, why this one? It was actually really hard to choose this song because from them. And the same way I was like, okay, I have to have at least one gospel or worship song on here. I have to have a Tori Kelly song on here. Same way I had to have an NCT 127 song on here, because these are all my favorite artists. And obviously you'd want to have your favorite artists be on your eternity playlist. Because, you don't mind listening to them forever. I surely don't. But this song in particular, not only does it sound amazing, the message is as equally as amazing and encouraging and everything. So it's in Korean, but like if you translate it or you look at the English lyrics, you'll find that they're actually talking about basically living a mundane life, and you're just breaking out of that. Like, you're getting out of the cycles, the boringness, the tediousness, just you're breaking out of that. Like, you're surpassing that level of complacency, and you're not growing, and you're just getting that out of the way, and you're becoming superhuman. I feel like the way I describe that is so cringy, but no, literally, if you think about it and throw all your cringe and whatnot aside, you'll know that it's more like it's like whenever you just up. What are people? You glow up? Ain't no way I just said. I can't believe I just said that. What do people call it? Like, I'm not 20 years old. Like, girl, you're not that old. But no. when you basically like glowing up and up upgrading. I think whenever we're just saying upgrading, we're saying glowing up. Y'all, I promise I'm not really that old. I literally just turned 20 last month. Like, I turned 20 not exactly a month ago, but like, what is it? 20 days ago. It's been 20 days. My birthday was March 31st, and it's the 21st today. I was trying to do the math. I think that was right. It is right. Look at me. Anyways, let's get back talking about Superhuman. I'm getting so sidetracked. But yeah, so Superhuman is amazing. The meaning is amazing. I feel like whenever I become complacent, being on a deserted island by myself, not having any type of social interaction anymore, I'm definitely going to need something like this to get me out of that mindset. So, and then with the other two songs, like, it would just be the perfect formula. Perfect. Amazing. But yeah, so this song in particular, I do want to say has a significance to me. All three of these songs have a special meaning to me, which is why I chose them to listen to as songs I would listen to forever. And this song, me being a fan of K-pop, not as heavy as I was when I was younger, but I still am confidently, I can confidently say that I'm a fan of K-pop still. And this was actually the first song that I streamed. This is another, I don't actually, it is another term in the K-pop community, or at least the fandom community. So to stream is basically, okay, I think I should explain it like this. This is so long. But to stream is basically to literally just like if your favorite group releases an album, obviously they have the music video for the title song, and what you do is you stream it just like you would stream any song on any streaming platform. And it's not like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna listen. Like, there's rules to it so that you can successfully and properly stream. It's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna listen to the song on repeat. Like, no. You kind of have to manually do it, which is why streaming actually can take a lot out of you as a person. And people, it gets so serious sometimes to where even people are, like, encouraging you to, like, hey, keep going, but like make sure you drink water and like eat, and like they have to remind you to do simple things that you should be doing on a regular basis. And I know it seems like, girl, how can you forget to eat and sleep and drink water? Well, I would know because like I don't know, when you're just so invested in something and you just want to I don't know, when you just really care about something, you will literally go to extreme lengths just to, like, yeah. Anyways, I'm low-key having PTSD. Like, I'm just remembering that moment, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. But yeah, this was the first song that I streamed, and it was a new experience. But I love streaming it because I love the song, and it was like, I didn't mind listening to it all day, every day. And my family had to hear me playing it because I had to stream it on multiple devices so that I could, make them have more views and get their views up really fast. And then I was like doing the voting on the little voting apps and this and that, all of that. But yeah, so, it would kind of bring me back to my childhood because, I did this. I think I was a sophomore. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school. So that was like 4 years ago. But I was a sophomore in high school, and I remember specifically in my freshman, sophomore, and I think junior year, a little bit of junior year. Those years were the years that like I really, really got into K-pop, and I was like really invested into K-pop, and so it was like, that was a little era of my life, the K-pop era, and it was very fun. It was always fun. I'm typically a bubbly and joyful person as is, but that just really brought me up. So that was really fun. So that would be another one of those moments, like, where I could be nostalgic about, and just really have a good time. But yeah, so, Superhuman, it's just, it's amazing. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. It would definitely be another source of hope, and sanity remains. What? Girl, what? It would just basically keep me sane and everything like that. I love the harmonies, like the instrumental. Oh my gosh, it's just really, really, really cool. Like, I listened to it for so long already, so it would absolutely make sense. But yeah, so those are my 3 songs. So we got Funny by Tori Kelly, First Always by Jonathan McReynolds, and Superhuman by NCT 127. Those are my 3 songs that I would listen to if I was stuck on a deserted island and that was all I could listen to for the rest of my life. But more importantly, how am I even going to listen to these songs? Like, am I going to be singing them? Because if that's the case, that would kind of defeat the purpose of having just 3 songs, because obviously I'd have songs in my mind, and given that I am a singer, no, I'd probably have, it'd probably be like in those movies, where you have this, or the older ones. No, I might be wrong, because I'll say something. No offense to anyone listening, but I'm not archaic. But yeah, no, it might be like on those cassette tapes or whatever, and it can only hold like 3 songs, and that would be the 3 songs that I could listen to on repeat until my cassette tape dies, or like if it. My Gen Z energy is really showing right now. But yeah, so that's that. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to this. We talked about what we would do if we were on a deserted island and we only had 3 songs that we could listen to for the rest of our time being on there. Hopefully we wouldn't stay there the entire rest of our life, the remaining lifespan that we have. That would be very discouraging. But it's okay, because we have these 3 songs. It makes you want to question, how did we even get here? Because like, we kind of were just thrown on the island in the first place. But I don't know, we're here. All we do know, even though we don't know how we got here, we know that we are here, and we're gonna make the most of now. We're gonna make the most of this present time, and we're just gonna keep going, because that's all you can do as a human being. Like, to be complacent is to not live, because you're not making an effort to progress. Life is progression. You can't live if you don't progress, because what happens when you're not living anymore? You're dead. You're not progressing. Maybe that's not the best correlation to make, but I mean, if you really think about it, you don't want to just be in one spot your entire life unless you're okay with that, and that is life for you. But if you have any type of control over it, any say in it, then definitely try to move forward. No matter what situation you're in, definitely make an effort to just keep going, to find some joy in whatever situation you're in, whether it's good. I mean, it's easy to find joy in a great situation, but if you're not in a so great situation, then what do you do then? Are you just gonna lay down and die? Are you just gonna lay down and take it, or are you gonna fight back? Are you gonna keep going? Are you gonna try to get out of the situation? Are you gonna try to find some joy, some peace, some comfort in that situation? Yeah. How did we get here? Like, how did we go from talking about, oh man, yeah, streaming, yeah, Johnny my bias, this, that, yeah, that girl TK, and then like, no, like, literally, if you're struggling, make sure that you talk to somebody. Like, the things we talk about in here. But yeah, y'all, how did we get here? We don't know, but we're going to make the most of it. That is the, that's the message for today. That is the daily piece of encouragement. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're stunning. You're amazing. I love y'all. Always and forever. Always and forever. Yeah, from Over the Moon. Tonga! Hoi! Oh my gosh, I think I'm like breaking the... Anyways, yeah, y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing day, just as amazing as y'all are. And I'll see y'all for the next episode of How Do We Get Here? I'll catch y'all later. Bye.